Mrs. Bush, you've been involved in a lot of campaigns.
Too many.
As you watch this, what's changed? What's different? Has something happened?
He's like a comedian or like a showman.
Donald
He's not,
Trump.
Yes, the whole thing. Not working with Congress, not working with... That's the way things get done in this country, truthfully.
Politics has always been a contact sport. You know, that's always been the case, but our culture's different now.
That's right.
I mean, I don't think a president would ever have shouted profanities in a speech in front of thousands of people with kids in the crowd.
Who did that?
Your buddy. He does it all the time. I mean, that's different because our culture's different. That would have never been acceptable in the age of Reagan or my dad.
Donald Trump, the Republican frontrunner, called Mexicans rapists.
Well, what about women?
How he's treated women.
Yes. I mean, unbelievable. I don't know how women can vote for someone who said what he said about Megyn Kelly. It's terrible. And we knew what he meant. Don't you get in his firing line. Money buys everything. It's accomplishments and what you're doing and giving. It's incomprehensible.
People love you speak your mind and you don't use a filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't. Your Twitter account...
Thank you.
For the record, it was well beyond Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes, it was.
Your Twitter account has several disparaging comments about women's looks. You once told a contestant on Celebrity Apprentice it would be a pretty picture to see her on her knees. Does that sound to you like the temperament of a man we should elect as president? And how will you answer the charge from Hillary Clinton, the Democratic nominee, that you are part of the war on women?
I think the big problem this country has is being politically correct. I've been challenged by so many people, and I don't frankly have time for political correctness. And this country doesn't have time either. This country is in big trouble. We don't win anymore. We lose to China. We lose to Mexico, both in trade and at the border. We lose to everybody. And frankly, what I say, it's fun, it's kidding, we have a good time. I say what I say. Honestly, and Megyn, if you don't like it, I've been very nice to you, although I could not be based on the way you have treated me, but I wouldn't do that. But you know what? We need strength, we need energy, we need quickness, and we need brain in this country to turn it around. That I tell you right now.
There's a difference between flexibility and telling people what you think you need to say to get them to do what you want them to do. That's what Donald has done throughout his career. He did. That's why Trump University is relevant here. I saw last week, he's saying we're going to hire the best people and I'm going to handpick them. They're going to be handpicked instructors, the best instructors in the world. One of them was a manager at a Buffalo Wild Wing. That's who they hired to do this. And people borrowed money and they signed up for this fake university. These people owe this money now and they got nothing in return for it. We're willing to say whatever you say to get them to give you money.
Go ahead.
By the way, just so you understand, this is a case I could have settled very easily, but I don't settle cases easily. 98% approval rating. We have an A from the Better Business Bureau. We have a 98% approval rating of people. We have an A from the Better Business Bureau, and people like it. He's saying they didn't learn. We have many, many people that will be witnesses. Again, I don't settle cases. I don't do it because that's why I don't get sued very often, because I don't settle, unlike a lot of other people. We have a situation where we will win in court. But many of the people that are witnesses did tremendously well and made a lot of money by taking the course.
Go ahead, Senator.
Well, you're going to see.
It's a D minus.
Go ahead. It's Senator Ruiz.
No, I've read the affidavit. No. Before they had the information.
Go on my website, MarcoRubio.com.
Before they had the information.
Wait. Senator Rubio, stand by. Let him finish his point, please, and then I'll give you the floor.
It is right now an A. It got switched. The only reason it was a D because we didn't care. We didn't give them the information. When they got the information, it became an A.
With respect, we went back and looked at this.
Yes.
The rating from the Better Business Bureau was a D minus, the last publicly available rating, and it was a result of the number of complaints they had received.
But it was elevated to an A.
It was never elevated.
That's never been publicly released.
It was elevated to an A. I could give it to you. I will give it to you.
Let's just bring the viewers up to speed. Let's just bring the viewers up to speed.
It was elevated to an A.
Let me just set the record, and then you guys can have at it. There was Trump University, which was a business that you started, marketed to many people, and now there is a class action of over 5,000 plaintiffs against you, Mr. Trump.
Right.
And it involves veterans, and it involves teachers, and it involves so-called little guys, working class and lower working class and middle class, who say that they were fleeced, who say it was a scam. And in that case, you countersued the lead plaintiff, alleging that you were being defamed. That case was thrown out against her.
The lead plaintiff, it's so bad for her.
But what
She signed
happened
a letter,
was...
Excuse me. The lead plaintiff signed a letter saying how great it was and is on tape saying how great it was.
Okay, but what happened in that case was you countersued her. The court threw out your countersuit and made you pay almost $800,000 in legal fees of hers. And you made this same argument about 98% of the people being happy with Trump University. And that woman in particular signing saying she liked it while someone was standing over her shoulder.
She's trying to get out of the case now because her case doesn't hold up.
This is what the Court of Appeals found. They said that the plaintiffs against you are like the Madoff victims.
Oh, give me
This is what the Court of Appeals said.
Give me a break.
They found that victims of con artists often sing the praises of their victimizers until they realize they have been fleeced.
You know what?
He felt attacked. It wasn't an attack. It was a fair question. But I get it. He's in the arena and so am I. So it's okay with me that there's consternation. He'll get over that and we'll be fine, and so will America.
She starts asking me ridiculous questions, and you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
I mean, do we want to win? Do we want to insult 53% of all voters? What Donald Trump said is wrong.
I didn't even say anything because I didn't even finish the thought. I was going to say nose and or ears because that's a very common statement. Blood pouring out of somebody's nose. It's a statement showing anger. She had great anger. By the way, Jake, let me just say this. Only a deviant would say that what I said was what they were referring to.
She asked me an inappropriate question. She should be apologizing to me. You want to know the truth.
Trump thought the question I asked was unfair and felt I was attacking him. I felt he was asked a tough but fair question. We disagree. Trump did interviews that attacked me personally. I've decided not to respond. Trump will not apologize, and I certainly will not apologize for doing good journalism.
Roger Ailes, who's an amazing guy and an amazing executive, he called me yesterday, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm fine.
Megyn Kelly was on vacation. Donald Trump tweeting out last night at Megyn Kelly, must have had a terrible vacation. She's really off her game. Was afraid to confront Dr. Cornel West. No clue on immigration. That was about the Kelly file last night. He then again retweeted a tweet where somebody called her a bimbo.
I'm the best thing that ever happened to her. Whoever even heard of her before the last debate? I thought she was very unfair in the last debate. A lot of people said I won that debate. Everybody said I won the last debate. But I'm not a fan of Megyn Kelly. I don't like her. She doesn't like me, and that's okay. But she better be fair. I'd like to go to the debate. I enjoy the debates. I've done well in the debates. Every single poll has said I've won every debate. But we're going to see what happens. It's going to be exciting.